In this video, I'm going to talk about Piaget's view of moral development. Piaget says that you have two different stages. As you develop, similar to the cognitive stages, you're able to think differently as you mature, as you develop these abilities. So moral reasoning changes as well. And Piaget says there's two stages. There's the heteronomous morality and there's autonomous morality. So heteronomous and autonomous are the two types. I'll focus on the heteronomous first, and the age range for this is 4 to 7. And what happens in this stage is that you see justice and rules as unchangeable and not connected to the control of people. In addition to that, the heteronomous morality stage is a time when there's a focus on immanent justice, and this is when you think that every bad act, every transgression has to be punished somehow. It's impossible to do something bad and not get some sort of punishment. So bad things will happen if you are bad. You can't get away from it. And then finally, the last thing connected to this stage is that the consequences of an act determine how bad it is. So for example, if you trip somebody and they break their leg, it is a bad thing to trip that person. Now, this does not take into consideration whether you accidentally trip them. As an adult, if you are out of the heteronomous morality stage, if you accidentally trip someone and they break their leg, no one's going to say you did a really bad thing and you are evil and you deserve to be punished. No, it was an accident. Even though there was a bad consequence, you didn't intend to do it, so you shouldn't get punished. Someone in the heteronomous morality stage wouldn't think like that. They would say even if you accidentally trip someone, the fact they broke their leg makes it a worse act than if you intentionally trip someone but nothing happened to them. It's the consequence that determines whether or not it was a bad act. So that is heteronomous morality. Autonomous morality, this is when you become aware that rules are created by people. And also when you're judging an act, the intent is allowed to be considered. So someone's intentions matter, not just the consequences. So we are the ones that create the rules, and intentions need to be considered. Going along with this creation of the rules thing, in this autonomous morality stage, you think that since rules are agreed upon, if all the players, like in a game, agree, the rules can be changed. They're not set in stone. They're in our control, and so we can change them. And then connected to the transgressions, the assumption is that sometimes transgressions go unpunished. Life is not fair is finally realized in the autonomous morality state. So we create the rules, which means we can change them if we want. Your intentions help to determine how bad an act is, and transgressions sometimes go unpunished. Life is not fair. And the age range for this is going to be about 10 is when it starts. So these are Piaget's two stages for moral development.